You will need a cutting board, spoon, knife, salt and pepper, olive oil, and a pan. The first step is to wash the squash. You want to make sure all of the dirt is off of it, and in the end you'll end up peeling the skin off, but it still helps. Next, you're going to stab holes into the squash. You have to put it in the microwave to warm it up so you can peel it and cut it easier. And if you don't poke holes, it will explode in the microwave, so definitely do not miss this step. You're next going to microwave the squash for about 5 minutes. Sometimes it needs longer or less time depending on how big the squash is. And then you're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. And then start peeling the squash. It's very important to get all of the skin off so you're not biting into the skin because that's really, really gross. Once your squash is peeled, you're going to cut it in half so then you can scoop out all of the seeds. The seeds are kind of hard to scoop out and they're almost like pumpkin seeds, so you have to scrape the inside of the squash to make sure you get all of the little stringy things out. The next step is to cut your squash into cubes. After all of the squash is cut, I find it easier to throw it all in a bowl and then put olive oil on it. It just kind of makes the process of mixing it easier. You're then going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil all over the squash to make sure it doesn't stick to the pan when it's cooking. I also forgot to record this, but you should put salt and pepper on it while it's in the bowl as well. And then it's ready to go in the oven. I would set the timer for 40 minutes to start. Depending on how done you want your squash, it may take longer or less time. Mine usually takes more than 40 minutes just because I like it more crispy. As you can see here, it's not quite how I like it, so I ended up putting it in for a little more time. After it was done cooking, I put a little bit in a dish for my family to have with dinner.